Hello everyone, welcome back to Varagist HQ. Yesterday, the OGs in the grant ecosystem, let me say the Agpgn OGs, came out to speak on what was trending yesterday after long years of sabbatical leave that nobody have been hearing from them. They later came out yesterday to, you know, head a meeting. They had a meeting that yesterday to discuss on what was trending that yesterday. And one of the person that actually forced them out was Ambassador Newman in his speech that he made yesterday, saying that the information that was trending on the social media, stating that Agpgn has been appointed by the federal government to disburse palliative, was totally lies from the pit of hell. That Agpgn have nothing to disburse. And Newman usual style, he's also stated that the Tilbert will be the only one, uh, only legitimate grant handler that will disburse, that will make disbursement, his usual style. So I think this now infuriates the Agpgn Baba Sales to come out to say, no, this guy, what you're saying, you're misleading people. So now they now came out. But people were expecting that since these people have been on sabbatical leave for a very long time, that their coming out should, make an impact. That their coming out should have made an impact. But I think a lot of people's hope were dashed that yesterday. In the meeting that they had, people that was present, I think most are the three people that I could, recognize that were present in that meeting was Boss Lady Diva, the Ochele One of Africa, and Mr. FCT Presido. We are all present in that meeting. So why I said hope or expectation were dashed is because people were expecting them to actually talk about the current situation of the grant that the federal government has, appointed them to disburse. What are they saying about it? How legit is the information since they came out purposely because of that, just to attack Ambassador Newman? But I think they never did. All they just did that yesterday was just to attack the Theobald, the Professor Theophilus Olechobonyi, and that of Newman. A lot of names they called them a lot of names ranging from criminal to a lot of things like that. Sure. So, but I wouldn't want to go deep into that. But they never talk about if the information was actually legit or not. But they just came back. They just came out to give it to Newman, bomber to bomber, just the way he threw it at them. And I believe very soon Newman, he will be retaliating any moment. So on that note, now what I quickly want us to look at here is Newman actually lying when he said the federal government did not appoint the Agpgn to make disbursements happen? Let's look at it. The two grants that these people, the federal government, have just announced recently are that of the conditional cash transfer to poor and vulnerable ones in the society, and the 50,000 naira grant for nano and small scale businesses that the federal government just announced recently. I think these are the two major grants that was just announced recently. And the first one, which is the conditional cash transfer to vulnerable household and families in the community, was to be monitored by the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. I don't think Agpgn is in the picture. So this was to be monitored by them. And also, under this ministry, they have other, organization under them. Organization like the National Social Safety Net Coordinated Office, which is the NASCO, which is responsible for managing the National Social Register, NISRO, of poor and vulnerable ones in the societies. So this is one of the organizations. And another organization under these people again is the National Cash Transfer Office, which is the NCTO, which directly oversee the disbursement of the conditional cash transfer to beneficiary. They will be the one to be responsible to transfer or to oversee the transfer of that conditional cash transfer to the beneficiary. I believe that the name of Agpgn is not being mentioned under these two under this particular cash transfer, under this palliative. So please, but if you are there, you know where the name of Agpgn was mentioned, you can just correct what I'm saying in the comment section. And another one is the 50,000 naira grant for nano and small scale businesses, and this particular one is to be monitored by Smedan. I don't think the name of Agpgn was mentioned there. I think I mentioned it in my yesterday video that the organization that the federal government always use to carry out their grants is Smedan and Nizar. Except if there is just like the one we are expecting, which is coming from international donor, that can be managed possibly by individual. We are expecting individual to manage that, which they have been telling us that it's individual that will manage. But anything federal government, you can quote me wrong, anything federal government grant is managed by either Smedan or Nizar. Government don't just choose any organization outside these two to say, okay, go and manage this grant. No. You can go and Google it. And now some people stated that this issue of government appointing Agpgn to manage or to disburse palliative was published on one newspaper, possibly Daily Trust. And I have, do all my research on the Daily Trust. There is no place Agpgn was mentioned. Even the other newspaper outlets, Daily Trust to Punch newspaper, anyone, there was no place, or there have not been any place that Agpgn was mentioned that federal government has appointed Agpgn to disburse palliative to anybody. You can go and do your own research. So automatically, this now bring me to the point that Ambassador Newman was making. That is right. Ambassador Newman was right when he said there is nothing like that. So instead of these people coming out to, say the fact or to discuss with their beneficiary or their subscribers that this is what is going on, this is what is going on, they were there bombarding Newman and Professor Theophilus, which is totally wrong. It's been long a lot of their subscribers heard from them. I think that would have been an opportunity for them to, speak to their subscriber, talk to them in a manner that is, that the people wants to hear. But rather, they spend all the time talking about Newman and Professor Theophilus Olochoboy, which I found so, a little bit uncomfortable. These are the people that the people are looking up to. So with all these things, anybody stating that the federal government have appointed Agpgn to carry out any disbursement, that is a total lie. That is a total lie. There is no place. And if you find any newspaper that it was written, please publish it here. And I will still come out to make the public announcement that truly it was like this. I was wrong. You can publish it out for me. The only place Agpgn was mentioned was in Naira Land. And we all know Naira Land. Naira Land is just like a group whereby anybody can come and post their own information. So if you're using Naira Land information as legit information, I think you might be mistaken. That is the only place Agpgn was mentioned that the federal government and Agpgn have gone into partnership. There is no newspaper. I have not seen that newspaper. Apart from all this one that we are expecting, which we are praying that God should make it a reality. But the federal government announced Agpgn as to carry out palliative for their people, I don't think it's written anywhere. So please, if you find anywhere it's written, put it on my comment section. And I will still come out, just like I said, to tell the masses that I actually made a mistake. So that is just that. This is Viral Gist HQ. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, do us if you want to subscribe and click on the notification bell for more updates. We'll be right back. Bye for now.